You're sitting in a coffee shop you've never been to, talking to a friend about a topic you've never discussed. Suddenly, the world pauses. A weird, creepy sensation washes over your body. You know exactly what they are going to say next. You realize you have lived this exact moment before. Almost 80% of humans on Earth have experienced this bizarre glitch in reality known as Déjà Vu. For centuries, people thought it was proof of past lives, parallel universes, or a glitch in the matrix. But here's the shocking part. Déjà Vu isn't a glitch at all. It is actually your brain catching itself making a massive, high-speed error in real time. And surprisingly, experiencing it is a sign that your mind is working flawlessly. To understand why this happens, we have to look at how fragile human memory actually is. Normally, your brain is like a highly organized filing cabinet. When you experience something new, the information goes into your short-term memory. If it's important, it gets transferred and locked away in your long-term memory. But your brain is processing millions of inputs every single second. Sight, sound, smell, spatial awareness. And occasionally, the filing system drops the ball. So, what is actually happening in your head when time seems to repeat itself? Today, we are decoding one of the most unsettling mysteries of the human mind. For a long time, scientists couldn't study Déjà Vu because it happens so randomly. But modern neuroimaging has finally given us some answers. The first major explanation is called the dual processing theory. Imagine your brain has two perfectly synced highways transmitting information from your eyes to your memory centers. Usually, the cars on both highways arrive at the exact same time. But what if one pathway has a millisecond delay? Maybe a neuron misfires, or you were slightly distracted. The first signal arrives and gets processed. A fraction of a second later, the delayed signal arrives. But because your brain has already processed the first one, it looks at the second signal and says, "Wait a minute, I already know this." It feels like a memory from years ago, but it's actually a memory from a microsecond ago. You aren't seeing the future. Your brain is just experiencing lag. But there's a second theory that is even more fascinating, the hologram theory. Deep inside your brain is the hippocampus, the memory boss. It likes to recognize patterns. Let's go back to that coffee shop. Maybe you've never been there before, but maybe the lighting is exactly the same as your grandmother's living room. Maybe the smell of the espresso matches a bakery you went to 10 years ago. Your hippocampus senses these tiny hidden similarities and instantly pulls up an old forgotten memory. But because you can't consciously remember the original event, your brain gets confused. It projects the feeling of familiarity onto your current surroundings. Your brain is basically tricking you into thinking the present moment is a memory. This is where the story gets incredibly cool. In 2016, researchers at the University of St. Andrews managed to trigger Déjà Vu in a lab using word association games and fMRI scanners. They expected the memory areas of the brain to light up during Déjà Vu, but they didn't. Instead, the frontal regions of the brain, the areas responsible for decision making and conflict resolution, lit up like fireworks. Your brain was doing a fact check. It was looking at the false memory and cross-referencing it with reality, saying, "Hey, something is wrong here. We haven't lived this before." That's why young people experience Déjà Vu much more than older people. As we age, this fact-checking system slows down. So, if you get Déjà Vu, don't be creeped out. It's just your brain running a successful antivirus scan on your memories. The human mind is basically a supercomputer trapped in a skull, trying to make sense of a chaotic world. And sometimes it hiccups. So the next time you feel that strange, ghostly sensation that you've lived a moment before, take a second to appreciate it. You aren't a psychic, and the matrix isn't breaking. You're just witnessing the incredible, complex machinery of your own mind running a system check. If you've ever had a crazy Déjà Vu experience, drop it in the comments below. I read all of them. And if you want to keep exploring the strange universe inside your head, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one.
Make sure to subscribe to the channel and do not miss any of our upcoming videos.